So the latest manga chapter dropped a few days ago, and I've been digesting it. The previous manga we saw all sea fighters getting wins and working together, and that was awesome. Now in this chapter, we continue to see wins from the sea fighters. The most interesting one from Krillin and Chaozu. Krillin defeated one of Moro's fighters. This light looks like Botamo from Universe 6. The manga makes it look like Krillin was done, like he couldn't beat this guy. But he won this fight with his brain and then his kills. He made this guy think he was done for, only for Krillin to surprise him by being behind him and give him a Kamehameha at close range, and totally he put this guy to rest. He didn't kill him, he just put him to rest. Like, this guy was like, what just happened? He did the after image move and just gave it to him. Then we have Tien and Chaozu fighting this guy that looks like Magetta from Universe 6. And Tien obviously can punch through a metal man, and he can even insult him. He can beat him because he doesn't know how to insult this guy. Tien tried, but he just couldn't do it. So who won the fight at the end? Chaozu. Yes, he got a win as well. And you know what? I'm glad that he got a win this way. I mean, how else can he really get a win at this point? Power scales are just crazy now. So if he's able to beat somebody with this little hack of just insulting, then so be it. We also see that even those that can't fight are part of this chapter. They are on the lookout watching this fight because Bulma created drones that allowed them to watch what's going on down there in the fight. And I really like this move because he allows those that cannot fight, cannot sense ki to just actually watch the fight. And it's not just the people that have some sense of ki and feel the energy and see just are fighting. They can actually visualize this instead of just sensing it. So everybody is still part of all of this arc one way or another. Whether you're fighting or not, you are still playing some sort of role to the reader, so we can see what everybody's up to. Android 17 had a big win in this chapter, but then things turned when Moro showed up and gave one of his guys a boost in power. Yes, Moro can give and take power, and when this happened and then 18 joined and they were both getting overpowered, at some point it was Android 17, 18, and Gohan and Piccolo, all of them trying to hold this guy back, and they just couldn't really do it. At the end, he was wiping the floor, especially with 17 and Gohan. I mean, he was grabbing these guys by just doing as he wishes. I mean, I say at this point, we won't be seeing any of these guys fighting Moro, because if you cannot be one guy that he gave power to, then what are you gonna do against Moro? What will be the point? At this point, we're not even gonna see Gohan fighting Moro. I wanted to see a little bit of that and how, but when you think about it, if Goku and Vegeta couldn't do it, I mean, what is Gohan gonna show up? I mean, was he going to pull some sort of move? No. Gohan is pretty strong in the manga, but no shining on this one. He barely did much. He was just standing there until this new guy joined the fight. And things just kept turning for the Sea Fighters. I mean, we saw these three women do a triple fusion, and they really gave the business to Master Roshi and Krillin. We also saw Yamcha struggling, but at least what I like about this is that it doesn't make him look weak like in the past, because now everybody is having a difficult time. Everybody. Even though Yamcha was losing in the previous chapter, everybody was winning and he was winning. Now everybody's having a difficult time, so he's having a difficult time. So I'm happy that they're not making him look like just some weak character. Everybody's struggling one way or another. And at some point, I really thought that the Sea Fighters were going to rally. They were going to somehow rally back and beat these guys on their own. Just because things are getting difficult doesn't mean that they won't find a way. But nope. At some point, Krillin was just trying to see if he could get Goku's attention wherever he was. So what he did was he elevated his energy like Gohan did at the beginning of Super. And guess what? It worked out. Goku showed up, and he showed up before Vegeta. Vegeta was nowhere to be found in this manga chapter. Goku showed up and blasted the triple warrior with one energy blast. Now, what I think they're doing here is showing us Goku's power gap between the Sea Fighters and himself. In case we didn't understand that already, but I guess they wanted to show us really where we stand, because Master Roshi and clearly they were done for, and Goku shows up and just blasts this warrior, this triple warrior, like nothing. I mean, we know Goku is way out there in power, but I believe they really want to make it a point right now for whatever is coming. I don't know what's coming, for whatever is coming. I mean, look at androids, look at Gohan. They're struggling, but we know how strong Goku is. But I think they really want to show us where he stands now. And I think this is the first time that Goku enters the battle first, or at least before Vegeta. But that won't mean anything to me yet. They can always pull some BS and have Goku save the day. But I'm still hoping that Vegeta finally earns a win. But if he doesn't, hey, at least let me see some of that triple fusion that we just saw. That's one of my biggest take from this manga. These three women fused into one warrior. I think that's going to come back. If I'm going to make a theory, I think that maybe, who knows, but maybe, even though Vegeta has been training, Goku has been training, it just might not be enough for Moro. What if Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku fuse? What name would you give that warrior? I came up with some ugly names. Kuhanta, Hankuta, Tahanku. I'm just grabbing from their names and see what I can come up with. That doesn't sound like Gogeta or Goku or anything, or Vegito. I mean, those are some ugly names. But the manga chapter, it literally ends when Goku just showing up. So we're gonna see him in battle next time in March. And hopefully we finally see what Vegeta is up to, and we see Moro in action. Maybe this thing is coming to an end. I don't know, but it's getting good. I was hoping. The only thing that I didn't like too much is that the minute that things got really hard, the Sea Fighters couldn't find a way. I mean, they were giving it to these people, right? But things got really hard, and they couldn't come up with a way of bidding, or at least making an even feel with these people. But hey, it won't always be perfect. I can live with that. But let's see what happens in the next one. It was a pretty good chapter overall. I keep reading them. I haven't lost interest. And since we don't have any anime, this is what we have. And it's still good. I just hope that the anime comes back, puts this arc into animation. But we'll see what happens. Let me know what you thought about this manga chapter. See you next time.